Let's talk about real issues. Why are most South Africans living in poverty? What keeps us stuck and also not living the life that we should be living in an environment that others see as opportunities for growth, for liberating poverty, and for the people living in the very same country, living the life that they should be living? These are the real issues that most South Africans face in their 20s, in their early 30s, in their early 40s, up until the early 50s. And why is that? I'm one of those people who are curious to know what makes us to not live the lives that we should be living. Being able to pay our bills, being able to live the dream life, the American dream life. And others who live in low countries, in most African countries, they think that South Africa is a beacon of success. And for the people living in South Africa, the people who are born and bred in South Africa, is a different story. And why is that? These are the questions that have been ringing on my head. And I was like, you know what? Let's delve and so dive into these kind of issues. Let's address these kind of issues. What can we do as youngins? What can we do as South African citizens who are struggling to make a living in our very own country, a country that is thriving economically, a country that it is regarded as the beacon of success? Yes, we do have resources, but are we prepared mentally to utilize the resources that we do have? These are the questions that we need to ask ourselves. Even if we were given the opportunities, are we prepared to take advantage of those opportunities? Because firstly, the harsh reality that we need to face is that we're not skilled. Yes, we do have graduates who are skilled in certain fields, but how many out of the population, South African population, can proudly say that I can able to do 1, 2, 3? It is very less people. And we need to equip ourselves with knowledge. We need to equip ourselves with wisdom that will allow us to thrive in this society, that will allow us to thrive in this thriving economy. We do see our fellow brothers and sisters coming from the north of the African continent, from the south, from the east of the African continent, from the west of the African continent, taking advantage of what we think that seems like they aren't in our realities, because they are equipped with skills, they are equipped with knowledge. And why do we fail to face that reality, to say, yes, I'm not skilled, but I'm willing to learn? How many of you are willing to learn? How many of you are willing to learn from the next person? It's only a few people. And why is that? Because we're driven by this ego and also arrogance that we feel entitled of our South African economy. We feel entitled of our government. We believe that our government is responsible for everything that revolves in our lives. And that's not true. Our government is there as a helping hand. Our government is there as a support system of what we have started on our own. If you can see our African brothers, whenever they come to South Africa, they have establishments, they start something from nothing. They have the courage to start and also learn from others. That's why they become successful as soon as they live in South Africa. And why many of us are unable to do such things the very same way our brothers and sisters do? How are we failing? Why are we failing ourselves? Our South African government didn't fail us. We are the ones who failed the government, which makes most opportunities seems like there aren't the right opportunities for us, because we feel entitled. We feel like everything needs to be given to us. We feel like the government owes us the glamorous and also the life that we envision in our daily lives. And that's not true. We have to meet the government halfway. And how are we supposed to meet the government halfway if we are not ready to learn from others? If we are not ready to learn from our African brothers and our African sisters? These are the real issues that we need to address on our own. We shouldn't wait for the government to actually say that, yes, we can see that you are struggling, let's just give you handouts, and it doesn't work that way. Yes, of course, they can meet up halfway by just doing that, but that's not their responsibility. Our responsibility is to give ourselves what we deserve. The government is just there as a helping hand. Let me give an example. The very same scenario when it comes to the government and us to God. We feel like God owes us this successful life, the life that we envision on our daily lives. And the truth of the matter is that we have what we call free will. We are given the will to do what we think is right. We are given the will to do whatever it takes to become successful, to become better as people, to evolve, to grow, to transform. And how are we going to transform if we still have that spirit of entitlement? We feel entitled of the government's resources. We feel entitlement of the government's money. Why is that? I get mad when most young people feel like the government owes them something. The government doesn't owe you anything, bro. You need to work on yourself. Are you prepared mentally? Do you have the right kind of skills? That's the questions that you need to be asking yourself. And as soon as you start asking yourself those kind of questions, that's when you start acting right. That's when you do the right things. Those are some of the issues that I wanted to delve into and also address on today's video. I'm not sure if you did happen to find value in what I've shared with you on today's video, but if you did, please let me know on the comment section on what value you picked up in this video. And also, guys, for more life-changing information, there is a book called The Visionary by Duncan Messi, which is more like a destiny helper that will take you from where you are to where you deserve to be at. On that note, if you are new into this YouTube channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and press the notification bell so whenever I get to upload, you will be the first one to be notified. On that note, please don't forget to like this video, give this video a thumbs up so that we get to reach more people who out there need this kind of information. And also, please don't forget to share this video with someone. On that note, I will see you guys on our next YouTube video. This is your boy Duncan Messi. I will see you guys on the next one. Subscribe.